Going on, guys? WALLAH here. Before we get into the video, if you guys could just leave a like, I would greatly appreciate it. It lets other people find the video and just helps me out a lot. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite ability, Stasis, baby. Yes, sir. All jokes aside, today I'm going to talk about whether Stasis should be removed from PvP or if it should just be kept as is right now or maybe nerfed. Everyone that plays PvP, we can all come and agree that Stasis is just not fun to have in the game whatsoever. Yeah, there are moments in time where it's super cool to make a sick play because of the fact that you do have Stasis, but overall it's not healthy for the game whatsoever and actually angers a lot of people, and it just becomes something that's pay to win because you can't use Stasis unless you actually buy the DLC, and Stasis is far stronger than any other light subclass you can get at the moment. I'm going to just come out and say it. For those who disagree that Stasis is far superior to any light subclass, you're just delusional at this point. Not even trying to be but I'm just being completely honest with you, and just the fact is Stasis is super strong. The crowd control you get and the fact that almost every ability on it is just as good as one another just makes it superior in every single way possible. All the grenades are really good. All the melee abilities are super strong. All the class abilities, for the most part, the Hunter class ability dodge is super good. The Warlock class ability one lets you insta-freeze people if they're close. Titan doesn't get any class ability advantage, but they get the slide that lets them slide super far, and this game is super laggy. So when they slide around, they tend to just lag everywhere. So should Stasis be removed entirely from PvP? I think if they went ahead and did that, a lot of people would be annoyed, but also a lot of people would be happy about it. The reason why people would be annoyed is because we are going backwards once again, and now we have one less subclass to play. Bungie probably spent a lot of time making the subclass, of course, hence why we waited so damn long for it. And that's not an excuse for the subclass to be super overpowered in PvP. Nothing is. Anything that's as broken as Stasis at the moment should be looked at immediately and should be either nerfed or completely removed or disabled. But when I say they should remove Stasis, I don't mean they should remove it entirely from the game, because there's another half of the game at the moment as well. PvE doesn't get affected by Stasis whatsoever. I don't even think it's that popular, but it's not bad. And I know people do like to play it in PvE. And I don't want to remove anything from PvE because it is more important than PvP, believe it or not. I'm sure we all know that by now. So my suggestion when I say remove Stasis is probably just make it disabled in PvP. Make it to where you literally just can't select it if they needed to go down that route. Another solution would be to just balance Stasis. I feel like it'd be almost impossible to balance something that has so much crowd control. The fact that you can slow people down or just completely freeze them is ridiculous, and the freeze time is ridiculous too. I don't know why Bungie hasn't done anything about that specifically, because I know they reduced the freeze time for certain things and just tried to balance certain, quote-unquote balance certain things, but overall they haven't, and they actually buffed Stasis recently as well. I don't think Stasis is what killed this game and made the player base drop dramatically, but I do think Stasis had a part in making the player base the lowest it's ever been. Destiny has never had a huge player base, but we actually did lose a lot more, not a lot more, but a little bit more than usual this time around when the content is pretty dry, and I feel like it was due to the fact that Stasis just wasn't fun to play against at all. When you load up into a game of trials and you load up against 3 Stasis hunters, it's very frustrating. Three of anything can get really annoying. Those in the comment sections might be thinking right now, well, 3 Dawnblades is just as annoying, and I do agree 3 Dawnblades is ridiculous, but when you think about the fact that a hunter can literally, as soon as a hunter dodges next to you, when he has the aspect to slow you, it's game over. They dodge next to you, they get a shuriken for dodging, and there's a lot of things that just don't make sense and balance-wise, and I don't understand why they haven't really playtested. I feel like they have playtested it and just thought to themselves, it's strong, but it won't break the game. If I had the power to completely remove Stasis from PvP right now, just a snap of my fingers, like bang, gone, I would do it 100%. I enjoy playing Stasis Hunter because of how broken it is, but I do not enjoy going up against it because of how broken it is. It's the same both ways. It's broken to use, but it's broken to play against as well. It's not fun to go against, but it's fun to play with. And I understand it's very important for fun in this game, but if it's ruining everyone else's experience, for those who just don't want to use Stasis, if they don't enjoy it, they're already at a severe disadvantage. It's not fair. And imagine being a new player to this game and loading up and instantly getting frozen over and over and over, and you think to yourself, okay, well, where's my turn to freeze people? Oh, oh, I gotta spend 20 bucks, 30 bucks to get it. Oh, damn, that sucks, man. I guess I'm just gonna stay on my free. I guess I'm just gonna stop playing because I don't want to get frozen and be at a disadvantage. Catering to the casuals in a video game is pretty important. I understand that. Not everyone's a freaking absolute beast of a gamer, and that's completely fine. I had a friend of mine that recently swapped to Destiny a few months ago, and the first thing he asked me was, how do I unlock Stasis? I want to be able to do what they're doing. This is so broken. And I told him, I was like, you know, you're gonna have to buy the DLC. He doesn't have any extra cash at the moment, so he can't. He wants to play the game, but he gets destroyed for not having any extra money with him right now. And I understand, like, oh, go get a job, bro. Like, but the truth is, not everyone has money to spend on the DLC. So that's one thing Bungie, I feel like, didn't really keep in mind. Maybe they didn't know it was gonna be that strong, even though, you know, they could have play tested their game. Just saying. It's just really, really bad for the game. I don't want the free-to-play players to have absolutely everything. They're obviously supposed to be at a disadvantage. They're on a free-to-play account. But to be at such a severe disadvantage is going to drive the players away completely. As soon as they see the fact that they're getting frozen every other game, why the hell would they want to put any money into it? It doesn't even look fun. I feel like it is very important to get a really good first impression on a game, and when you have something this broken and this annoying to play against, they're not going to want to invest their time into the game whatsoever. Why would they? After the recent patch, aka the new season, came out, it's clear that Bungie doesn't want to balance Stasis whatsoever. They buffed shurikens to do 90 damage. I already went over that. They buffed Stasis Duskfield grenades as well. On top of all the buffs, I forget to mention, Stasis classes are just so much more in-depth compared to light subclasses. It's not even close. That's another problem we'll always have with the fact that Stasis will always be stronger because of how much more diversity it has compared to light subclasses. You have fragments, you have aspects, you have the different types of grenades that are really strong. Obviously, all the classes have 3 grenades, but the fact is that you can use all 3 grenades because they're all of them are really, really strong, where on light subclasses, each class might have 2 good grenades, but usually it's only 1 good grenade, so you don't have really that many options. Again, that's another problem with light-based subclasses. There's no options. And I remember when Stasis first came out, I thought there would be a lot more diversity in the classes. Like, oh, you'd have like 1 Stasis Hunter, then like 1 Sunsinger, and then like, you know, you might have a Nova Bomb or something. But it turns out everyone's just playing Stasis. 3 Stasis, 3 Stasis, 3 Stasis. You might have one Dawnblade, but that's about it. Just 3 Stasis every single game. It's usually triple Stasis Hunter or Titans, depending, because they're both really strong. So this leaves us in a really crappy position, but also gives us a few options. We can either completely remove Stasis from PvP, so that way Bungie, that's the lazy route. That's the lazy route, but also the route people want. So that way Bungie doesn't have to touch the light subclasses and try to make them as good as Stasis is. You know, adding fragments to the light subclasses, adding aspects, whatever it may be. That's a lot of work, and doesn't seem like Bungie would want to do something like that. The other option would just be to leave it as is. Maybe that's the lazy solution, not the one I just named. The one I named before actually requires some work, so maybe they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. What they're gonna do, in my personal and professional opinion, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think Stasis is going to go anywhere. I don't see it ever being balanced whatsoever. Yeah, they might tune down maybe, oh, you only get frozen for 3.235 seconds. Holy crap, you know, it's freaking fixed. No, it's not going to be fixed. It's going to be broken. For God knows how long this game's going to last until it just gets thrown in the dumpster for the new game that's coming out that Bungie's making. But overall, I do wish Stasis was removed from PvP just straight up. I wish they just disabled it and never made it exist in PvP, because it's so bad right now. It's really frustrating for a lot of people to play, and I understand the frustration completely. It's not fun to just sit there and get frozen. It's just not fun. I want to play the damn game. No, I didn't talk about every single point imaginable to prove that Stasis is broken, because I don't really have to. Those watching this, you already know Stasis is broken, and I just don't really feel the need to go into why it is broken. Just talk about why you should remove it, that's all. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much. Please leave a like on the video so I could always keep making content every day. It helps other people see the video as well, so thank you guys so much for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.